Hi, and welcome back to this AI-900 Microsoft Azure AI Fundamentals course. In this lesson, we will go deeper into a topic that is critical both for the AI-900 exam and for real-world AI projects. Responsible AI. You will learn what responsible AI means in the Microsoft ecosystem, the 6 core principles of Microsoft's responsible AI framework, how to recognize these principles in exam-style scenarios, and how they apply specifically to generative AI and Azure OpenAI. If this lesson helps you in your AI-900 journey, please like this video and subscribe to the channel, so you don't miss the next lessons on Azure AI. What is responsible AI? Let's start with a simple definition. Responsible AI is the practice of designing, building, and operating AI systems in a way that is ethical, trustworthy, safe, and aligned with human values, laws, and regulations. Microsoft has defined 6 key principles that should guide how AI is developed and used. Fairness, reliability and safety, privacy and security, inclusiveness, transparency, accountability. For the AI-900 exam, you must know these principles by name, understand what each one means, and identify which principle is being violated or applied in a given scenario. Let's go through each principle with examples and exam hints. Principle 1, Fairness. Fairness means that AI systems should treat all people fairly, and should not discriminate against individuals or groups without a legitimate reason. Example scenarios. A loan approval model approves loans more often for one demographic group than another, even when their financial profiles are similar. A hiring recommendation system consistently ranks candidates from one school higher than equally qualified candidates from other backgrounds. In these cases, the concern is that the AI system may contain bias in its training data, features, or design. Typical exam hints for fairness. The model systematically favors one group over another. Certain users are unfairly denied opportunities or services. The training data is not representative of the population. In such scenarios, the correct action is often to review and rebalance data, check for biased features, and evaluate model performance across different groups. Fairness is mainly about avoiding unfair outcomes for different people. Principle 2, Reliability and Safety. Reliability and safety mean that AI systems should perform as intended and behave safely under expected and unexpected conditions. Example scenarios. An AI system that helps with medical triage makes inconsistent or dangerous recommendations. A self-driving component behaves unpredictably when lighting conditions change. For the AI-900 exam, reliability and safety are about testing models before deployment, monitoring performance in production, having safeguards and fallback plans when models fail. Typical exam hints. The AI solution behaves inconsistently in different environments. There is no monitoring or alerting when the model performance degrades. The system may cause harm if predictions are wrong. In these questions, recommended actions often include implement monitoring and alerting, improve testing and validation, or add guardrails to prevent unsafe decisions. Principle 3, Privacy and Security. Privacy and security mean that AI systems must protect user data and be resilient to attacks and misuse. Key ideas include collecting only the minimum data necessary, using encryption and secure storage, controlling access with identity and access management, complying with privacy regulations and internal policies. Example scenarios. Training a model on customer data without proper anonymization or consent. Storing sensitive data in an unprotected location where unauthorized users can access it. Typical exam hints. Sensitive personal information is exposed or logged in plain text. There is no clear policy on how training data is stored and accessed. The AI system uses data beyond the scope of user consent. The expected answer usually involves protecting data at rest and in transit, limiting access and logging access to data, and aligning with privacy laws and guidelines. Principle 4, Inclusiveness. Inclusiveness means that AI systems should empower as many people as possible, including users with different abilities, backgrounds, and needs. Examples: providing automatic captions or transcripts so deaf or hard-of-hearing users can follow videos. Designing interfaces that are usable with screen readers for blind or low-vision users. Supporting multiple languages to serve a global or diverse audience. Typical exam hints. The application is difficult to use for people with disabilities. Certain user groups cannot access the AI system. The team wants to improve accessibility and reach more users. For these questions, actions may include adding accessibility features, captions, contrast, keyboard navigation, supporting assistive technologies, and including diverse users in design and testing. Inclusiveness is about making sure AI solutions don't leave people behind. Principle 5, Transparency. Transparency means that AI systems should be understandable to the people who use them or are affected by them. This does not mean exposing all source code or model weights. But it does mean explaining what the system does and what it does not do. Making clear which inputs are used. Explaining outputs at a high level. And communicating limitations and uncertainty. Example scenarios. Users receive an automated decision, for example, a loan rejection, with no explanation. Stakeholders do not understand how a model uses data, which reduces trust. Typical exam hints. Users are confused and do not trust the AI outputs. There is no explanation or documentation about how decisions are made. Stakeholders demand more clarity about the model. Recommended actions in such questions may include providing user-friendly explanations of how the system works, improving documentation and communication, and being explicit about uncertainty and limitations. Principle 6, Accountability. Accountability means that humans and organizations remain responsible for AI systems and their outcomes. AI systems should not operate in a "no one is responsible" mode. There must be clear ownership of AI systems, defined governance processes, and mechanisms to review, audit, and correct AI behavior. Example scenarios. A company deploys an AI system that makes high-impact decisions, but no team is responsible for monitoring the consequences. There is no process to handle complaints or appeal AI-driven decisions. Typical exam hints. No clear owner or team for managing the AI system. No review process for AI-driven decisions. No way for users to contest or question outcomes. Expected actions. Assign a responsible owner or team. Establish review and escalation procedures. And ensure AI systems are included in risk and compliance processes. Accountability ensures that people stay in control and can be held responsible for AI use. Responsible AI for Generative AI, Azure OpenAI. Now let's connect responsible AI to generative AI. Because the latest AI-900 exam explicitly includes responsible AI considerations for generative AI. Generative AI systems, such as large language models, can produce very realistic content, sometimes hallucinate or invent information, reproduce or amplify biases from their training data, and generate harmful or unsafe content if not properly controlled. On Azure, services like Azure OpenAI and models in Azure AI Foundry include safety features and content filters to help implement responsible AI principles. Responsible AI for generative AI includes fairness, checking if generated content is biased against specific groups. Reliability and safety, reducing harmful outputs, monitoring hallucinations, and using safety filters. Privacy and security, not sending or exposing sensitive personal data unnecessarily, and respecting data use limits. Inclusiveness, making content accessible and avoiding exclusionary language or design. Transparency, clearly indicating when content is AI-generated and communicating limitations. Accountability, ensuring that humans define policies, review outputs, and respond to misuse. Exam hints that point to responsible AI in generative AI include: the model generates offensive or harmful content. The chatbot sometimes invents facts that may mislead users. There is concern that prompts might expose sensitive information. The organization needs guardrails for generative AI outputs. The correct actions typically mention: using content filters and safety settings in Azure AI. Applying governance policies around how models are used. Monitoring outputs and updating prompts or configurations to reduce risk. Recap and exam strategy. Let's recap what you learned in this lesson. You saw that Microsoft's responsible AI framework is built on 6 principles. Fairness, avoid unjust discrimination. Reliability and safety, make systems work as intended and handle failures safely. Privacy and security, protect user data and resist attacks. Inclusiveness, design AI that benefits diverse users and supports accessibility. Transparency, help people understand how the system works and its limits. Accountability, keep humans and organizations responsible for AI outcomes. You also learned how these principles apply specifically to generative AI on Azure, including Azure OpenAI and models in Azure AI Foundry, where guardrails, content filters, and governance are essential. For the AI-900 exam, your main task is to recognize which responsible AI principle is relevant in a scenario, identify when a principle is violated or ignored, and choose the best action that moves the system closer to these principles. If this lesson was useful, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and continue to the next lessons, where we will explore machine learning types, Azure machine learning, and generative AI workloads in more detail for the AI-900 exam. Thank you for watching.